What's up, guys? Igor Hernandez here. I'm one of the attorneys at Cornish, Hernandez and Gonzalez, where I practice injury law and first-party homeowner property claims. And today I want to talk to you about how bad could it really be to be driving in Miami without uninsured/underinsured motorist insurance coverage. And that's a question that we've gotten because we put out a couple of videos not too long ago talking about the fact that uninsured motorist or underinsured motorist is a way for you to control your risk, because about 25% of all drivers in Miami do not carry bodily injury coverage. And it's a question that you don't want to be asking after the fact, because if you're asking it after the fact, you're going to be finding yourself in a pretty tough spot. Let me break it down for you. How bad can it really be? And this is something that happens at least once a month here at CHC. We do a lot of injury cases. We do a lot of serious injury cases. And without fail, at least once a month, we get a situation where somebody's calling either themselves or on behalf of a loved one, and they are talking about the fact that they've been in the hospital or their loved one's been in the hospital for 4 to 6 weeks, and they had a terrible accident and they are looking for a lawyer. And when we get deep into it, we find out that even though they are severely injured, even though they've been in the hospital in the ICU for 6 weeks with catastrophic injuries, that the driver on the other side either has no bodily injury coverage whatsoever, meaning zero, or they have an amount that's just not going to be enough to do anything. You see the $10,000 policies, the $50,000 policies, just policies that are very common, but when you're talking about catastrophic or serious injuries, they really don't amount to anything. So what happens is you get into an accident, it's a catastrophic accident, you're severely injured, you've been in the ICU for 46 weeks now, you have mounting medical bills, tons of debt, and you haven't been able to work for a month and a half now. And you're wondering, well, somebody's got to pay for this, right? Somebody's got to make me whole. Somebody's got to pay my medical bills and make sure that I don't miss out on my rent or my mortgage or whatever the case may be. And so you look for a lawyer who can make that happen for you, not knowing that in Florida and in the United States in general, there's really no such thing as getting money in court from somebody. What you get in court is a judgment that says that somebody owes you money. And so if the person on the other side doesn't have insurance, does not have the assets that you can collect, basically, for all intents and purposes, if the person on the other side is not a wealthy doctor, lawyer, or millionaire of some sort, you're likely not really going to be able to get compensated, because if the person's driving around without insurance and they do not have collectible assets, there's really nothing that any lawyer can do for you. And so how bad could it be? Well, it could be very, very bad. It could be a situation where you have hundreds of thousands of medical bills, where you haven't been able to work for weeks, if not months, and you're going to get $0 for that, and you're just going to have to figure out how to deal with the medical debt and how to deal with the fact that you have not been making money to pay your mortgage or your rent or whatever the case may be, just because the other guy didn't have insurance and didn't have assets. And so the best way to protect yourself from that is to get uninsured motorist insurance coverage of a sufficient amount that you be properly protected if something terrible would happen to you. And so, yeah, that's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is a scenario where you get severely injured, you find out the other side does not have insurance or doesn't have enough insurance, and you're basically stuck with hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical bills, not being able to work, and you're just basically out of luck. And so it's a very, very good idea to try to avoid that worst case scenario, and get yourself some uninsured motorist/underinsured motorist insurance. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. I hope that helps, and I will catch you again next time.